If you need to put some goals to define success for you, today we'll show you how you can do it practically and how you will write it down on a piece of paper so it will be visualized for you. And we are here with part of our team and have this planning time and enjoying this nature here in Moldova. And I will teach them, and also some of guys from our team who are not right now here, but they will watch this video later, and for them also will be useful. So let's start, and let's have an example. What will be our goal? And let's define this is our success for next year. And I will ask Catalin, what goal you want to achieve in 1 year, let's say?
About the company?
Whatever, your personal or company or in school. So you are now in school and you have 2 more years in school after you can go to university. And let's define a goal, what you want to achieve.
To improve my skills in programming.
To improve your skills in programming. So let's put a title, and this title can be abstract. So like improving skills in programming, or maybe you have another idea, or maybe you need to have an idea how to say it correctly, because this title will be visualized, so you will know, okay, this is my goal for next period. Do you have an idea how to define, how to put a title? Because title here will work with titles. If title is correct, our brain will process it differently, and we'll try to achieve it.
The goal should be concrete, I think so, and you have to put a certain level of knowledge that you want to reach this year.
Okay, so yes, it needs to be concrete. I will show you a method. What need to be concrete we will put later. But now let's define a perfect example what you imagine will be in 1 or 2 years. So improving programming skills, maybe become better programmer. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, better programmer, improving skills. What else can be the title? It can be also very concrete, like to know how to make this. It can be, but it's not necessary. We can be more abstract.
Improve my...
Change the word improve with other word.
Make my habits more healthy.
Habit more healthy, but it's not regarding programming. So we need to stick to programming if you want to be a developer.
To learn more from PHP and develop.
Learn, okay. Learn is not like visualize, it's a process, like learn, improve. Let's have like I achieved this. How you will put the title, like I achieved it, I already. So you see the title, I achieved it. Like in 2 years, yes, I achieved it. I'm this. How you will put it?
To learn how to create something in PHP language.
A WordPress developer.
WordPress developer. So you want to be a WordPress developer. Okay, sounds good. WordPress developer. So let's write it the title. I make abbreviation VP developer. So we have a goal here, very simple, WordPress developer. To achieve this, we need to make some very concrete steps you need to do to mark it like, yes, completed, like check marks. And let me write it some check marks here, so it will be easier for you to visualize. So let's kind of this one, and here will be something we will write very concrete. Here is, we don't need to be abstract, like I did it, I done. Not learn some abstract, but concrete. learn this, or read whole 2 books, 1 book, 1 courses, or something like this. Like, it's achievable. It's very achievable. And this method is called OKRs. OKRs. Let me write it. And so you will, and you at home will learn more if you want to search about this method. Google and other IT companies are using. Like this. OKRs. Objective. So we have an objective. You want to be a developer, or this is our goal. This is our mission. Be a WordPress developer. Key results. So we need to have key results. What key results we need to achieve to accomplish this? Or in other words, our success is to see you as a WordPress developer. So this will be success, and we need to define what this success, what we need to do to know, yes, we did it and we achieve it. Like, this is a success. And let's write some very concrete steps. What you need to do to be a WordPress developer. So what you need to do?
Reading the documentation of all principal plugins from WordPress.
So you need to read the documentation from principal plugins from WordPress. So you don't read the whole documentation of all plugins, you read only documentation.
You need.
What is principal? Like examples?
WooCommerce,
WooCommerce,
builders and shortcode in
builders and shortcodes. Okay, so we have. But do you need also documentation for the WordPress?
Yes, and for WordPress, but at implementation, themes and some functions.
So you need to implementation. Okay. So let's write it more specific. Yep. You may change it, so you can put very concrete, like this builder and WooCommerce and this plugin. It will be very concrete. But in development, you can adjust a little bit. So in the process, you may see this is not valuable. This I don't need to read the whole documentation because I read it, I don't know, 70% or 50%, and yes, it's clear. I don't need to read it. But if you said I need to read the documentation, this means you need to read it. How you can put it check mark if you read the full documentation. So to have a check mark, you will be forced to read the full documentation. So in your mind, when you write it, you have already defined what is read the full documentation. This is 70%, 50%, or 100%, or maybe 20%. What is minimum to have? Yes, I did it.
70%.
70% will be nice. If you will have 70% of WooCommerce, for example, this plugin, you will read 70% of WooCommerce, you can say yes, done. Okay, builders. The same is with builders. You have multiple builders. If you're not experienced with all these builders, you will need to you can write it very concrete, like Visual Composer, but in the process you will see maybe a better builder and you would like this builder better, but you already said WooCommerce or Visual Composer and you cannot mark it as a done, and it will be sad for you maybe. And this why you can write it at least one builder to read, I don't know how many percent of documentation, or 50%. Okay, good job. Okay. WooCommerce, I think we don't have an alternative for WooCommerce. So WooCommerce is needed. We say like this: read. Yes. Let's write read. Read WooCommerce. What else?
About the plugins, Illustrator, not Illustrator, Elementor.
Elementor. You are very concrete. You know Elementor, where you want to write one builder. You want to say one builder, or you want to say exactly Elementor?
Elementor. It's called Elementor.
You know, you understand. This is what you want, then? Yes. Okay. Read. %50. Yes. Okay. Good. So we have now two. So for be a WordPress developer, you need to read, and if it's marked, you are a WordPress developer. You are feeling it. It's still something missing.
Yes, the practical work.
Practical work. Good job. Okay. So what means practical work? Practical. We also need to have something very clear, concrete, to make it, check it. If we will check it, this means we are very close to be a WordPress developer. You can have one or two more. So in the total, 5 is max. You can have 7, but recommendation from my experience with all our team in past is to have 3 up to 5. No more, no less. So 3 up to 5. It will be a good start. Okay. So think about what will be practical work. Practical work.
Make a project every week, a site or
make a project every week.
A personal site or for another company you make a design.
For a client or personal project, every week you make a website, one website. One or two. Okay, from my experience, it's very much. It's too much, because you need, if you will have one very good project, you will learn all the basics, all what you need. If you will have at least one very good, and I can give you, for example, every week a new project, but it will be or too hard or too easy. Too hard. This means you will not succeed in 1 week. You will need more time. And from our experience, yes, you will need more time to do more complicated work. If you want to achieve it in 1 week, this will be too easy. I mean, you will build a new website using builders, using elements, but you want to be a developer. You don't want just to be, how to say, WordPress designer, because you can use this WooCommerce and Elementor, and you can make very beautiful designs with them. And you don't need to know a lot of programming. But if you want to be a developer, you need to know how to change all WooCommerce code. You need to know how to make new elements in Elementor. So Elementor is a builder, and in this builder you have different components, different plugins, and you can build different plugins in Elementor. So for you to understand it and know it, you will need more advanced knowledge to be a developer. Okay, think about differently after I told you what kind of experience you will need to have this.
Make a project, good project with more functions and
to make a good project with more functions.
And the plugins to understood all the circle with.
So you need to also to make some plugins,
yes,
for WordPress to understand how.
Make a complex site, not just a simple static.
So make a complex website. Yes. Using WooCommerce, Elementor, custom code, custom shortcodes. So you need to make this. Okay, and this is maybe it's harder for you to find this kind of projects, and maybe for other who are watching and you are starting, you are not working in a company, it will be a little bit harder to invent or to improvise with this kind of projects. In the company, usually you can go to the team leader or to director of a company and say, hey, I want to be a WordPress developer, give me more advanced tasks. I want to create a custom WordPress theme, I want to create some shortcodes for Elementor, I want to customize the WooCommerce website. So I would like to I would like to have these kind of jobs. Okay, let's define this in couple of, create, how you say it, create a plugin.
Complex site.
A complex website with plugins. So let's divide this. This is a big elephant. So let's divide it, please, in two parts more. We have two already. So let's have three more or two more.
Make a site and make the implementation for plugins in.
Make a website, custom website. You mean you have a couple of options to make a website. You can install a theme, existing theme. You can install our existing theme and customize it, and you can create your own theme.
Create your own theme. You learn more.
You learn more when you create your own theme. Okay. One more challenge. You can create your own theme. Nobody looks at your code, and you are happy with what you already did. Maybe. Okay. And another option is to create a theme for something, for example, for WordPress.org. So you will create and you will submit your theme in WordPress.org, for example. And here is how you think it's harder to build a WordPress theme for you, or for a client, or for WordPress.org.
Where is more hard?
Yeah, more hard, more responsibility.
For client.
For client, I think for WordPress.org. Why? Because here you need to complain with all the rules. Client doesn't understand what you write it. He just clicks on buttons and see it's working. But on WordPress.org, when you submit your theme, you need to complain with all the requirements WordPress has, official requirements. You can find a solution like going very different approach, but no, with WordPress you need to comply with all the rules. Okay, this is one idea. Another more harder is to make a theme for Theme Forest or for other websites who sells themes. And on these websites they sell premium themes. So when you will make this theme, this template, they will look at the code and they will be very hard at you, like, hey, you didn't did this is not right, this is not, we reject your theme. You want this level, or you want to stick to custom theme for a client?
Custom theme for a client.
Custom theme for a client, good. Okay, for this period, for the start, it's good. It will be good to have this simple. After you can progress on a new level. So we made it for clients. We made it for WordPress. I don't know, maybe not. But for Theme Forest, we had a lot of rejection. It's very hard. I can tell you from experience. So create a custom, one or two, or how many in 2 years, 1 year?
3.
3 custom themes.
Yeah.
So here we have 3 custom themes. So if you will make 2, you cannot check it. You need to have 3. Okay, and also let's with plugins. You said to create plugins. So you have different kind of plugins. You can create like very simple form. This is a plugin. You can create more advanced forms like payment option. This is something more advanced. What kind of plugins you want to create, or you can be abstract here and very concrete only with number.
A slider.
Slider, okay. Create a slider and
Forms.
Forms, slider forms. Forms. Something else?
Image resizer, optimizer.
Image optimizer.
Yes.
And let me give you an idea. Plus two plugins, whatever will be in your field, because maybe you will have from a client, from the work, or you will have an idea and you will think, wow, this is a very good practice, but I didn't write it here, and you will be very sad after 2 years. I didn't write it, didn't had space to have some custom. So you plus two more. So it'll be like this: create custom plugins, slider, form, image optimizer, and plus two. So when you have all this, you can mark this as complete. And also with sliders, you can go with some plugins already, like existing, and you will customize and you will install, or you can go wholly from scratch, and this is, of course, is more complicated. So define what will be slider or form even. Will you use some already scripts?
It will be more efficiency if you made from zero. And you add more options like address.
So yes, it will be more efficient to make from zero. It will be more learning. But to make it simple from the beginning, let's say it, if you will have a chance, you will have a time, you will go from scratch for some of these plugins, but at least you will use some scripts, because already it's a little bit advanced for you to know how to use scripts, install them, and adapt them for WordPress and so on. Okay, so we have two theoretical and two practical tasks, but here on these two already we have some more tasks. So it can be enough, but if you have another idea, you can say it and we can write it, but already it can be enough.
Take a course or speak with a developer to look at your code and say
So take a course or speak with a developer to look at your code to say what is right, what is not. Okay, let's imagine you don't have any friends, anyone who can help you in this part. And also to make it harder, are you willing to pay for the consultation?
Yes.
Are you willing to pay? Okay. You imagine in your mind how much you can pay, and let's stick to basic what we did last time. $1 for 1 minute. Yes. How much you can pay for a developer? You can get it for free. So if you get for free, it's done. It's, of course, you are smart, or you had a chance to meet a developer and he looked at, yes, you get it. But if you will not get it, at least you will pay somebody. You go on Fiverr like we did and paid someone to consult us. So how much you are thinking you can invest and pay to consult you in this, or not how much you can pay, how many minutes he can take a look at you. So $1 1 minute for a good developer to look at you.
Maybe for like a half of an hour, 15 euro, 20.
$20. We tried with $1 1 minute, so $20. So don't forget, this is for a year or something, 2 years. So you can work, you can earn some money, you can put aside for this kind of job. So 20 minutes you think is enough him to look at sliders, WordPress theme?
No, just one plugin.
Just for one plugin. So one evaluation is enough.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, 20 minutes?
Half an hour.
30 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. How we'll write it?
Get a consultation from a developer.
Get a consultation.
To look at your code.
To look
At your work.
at my work. So you write for it for yourself. This is for yourself. To look at my work at least for
At least 30 minutes for one plugin.
at least for 30 minutes for one plugin. So this means if you have 5 plugins and one theme, it will be 30 minutes for each, or 30 minutes only for one, it's enough.
For one, it's enough.
So you don't need evaluation for all plugins, only
Just for your best plugin.
just for the best plugin or more advanced plugins. Okay, so good. So get a consultation. We have a lot of wording, and if you can cut this in less words, will be more efficient. So you don't need to read whole every time this. You know, okay, consulting developer for 30 minutes for one plugin, and this can be enough. You understood what you mean. And also, we didn't write it to pay the developer. So you have already in your mind, yes, if not, I will pay. If I will find, I will find. If not, I will pay for this consultation. So you have this, and you start working. Its first 2 are very simple. You just need staying and reading, and not much complication. So you can have already some progress here. And if you will mark, so we have 5 here. So 100% divided on 5, this will be how many for each of these?
For all?
For, yes, how many percentage? 20% for each. 20%, 20%, 20%, 20, 20, yes?
Yes.
If you will achieve 1, it's 20% success. If you achieve 2, it's 40%. If you achieve 3, is 60, and so on. So if you achieve all this and you have 100%, you can count, yes, I'm WordPress developer. If you read this and you made this, are you feeling I'm WordPress developer?
Yes.
Cool. You need to have this. If you don't feeling I'm WordPress developer, something here is not right, or the title is not right. You can say, for example, be senior WordPress developer. For senior WordPress developer, already here is changing, no?
Yes.
So later, when you will pass your exam, you can make a new title, for example, be a senior WordPress developer, and here the goals will be different, and you will make your goals more harder. And another trick, you can say that, but this needed to be done in the beginning. So, for example, what is most complicated and most beneficial? If you will do at least one, it's the best. Will bring the most benefit. What will be from here?
The plugins.
The plugins will be the most beneficial. Second one, what will be?
WordPress themes.
WordPress theme. Okay, we can make it a different percentage. For example, here is 100%, but this one plugins are the most valuable from all of others. This I will put how many percentage? 30%. I will put maybe with the team, and these 2 I'll put maybe even 60%, 70%. This is because if you done this already, you done this, you made this. So sometimes you even don't need to read and read. It's understandable. You read it because you cannot make something here without reading this. So sometimes you just can exclude. And if you are doing for the first time, you can do some bunch of lists here and just cut and leave the 3 or 4 the most important things. In our case, we'll leave all of this, but we'll write here 30%. You said yes. 30%. Okay, 30%. this one, how many percent you'll give for a team? 30. Also 30. Same. Okay. So another one.
For the first and two, 10%.
10, 10.
And the last one, I 20.
Last one, 20.
Yes.
Let's count. 60, 70, 80, 20. Okay, 20. Good. Now you are having more clear. Okay, what is the priority and what you need to do. First is most important, this one. If I will achieve this, I already have 60%, and I will need one more to have 70. So success is not to have 100% here. Success is to be challenged and at least 70%, 70 to 75, 77%. 77% is wow. If you achieve 77%, this means you put enough hard task for you, enough hard work for you to achieve this. If you done 100% in 1 or 2 years, we need to define this is when we need to evaluate this. If you done 100%, this means it's too easy for you. This task was too easy, and next time you will make a little bit harder for you. If you will do less than 70%, was too hard for you. So this was too hard for you, or you didn't put enough effort, or was too hard. And if it was too hard, this means next time you will put a little bit easier for you. The goal is not to make the hardest. Goal is to make progress every month, every year, to make progress, to become a better in what you put a goal. Here can be developer, he can be marketer, designer, he can be a good dad, a good mother, a good, I don't know, here can be whatever, and you define what success means for you. For example, for me was one time was to read 30 books. So this was my goal, 30 books for a year. Okay, WordPress developer, let's put a deadline.
Complete this 1 year.
1 year. Next year in September or in October.
No, maybe too. Yes.
Too easy or too much.
Yeah, too much.
Okay. Let's put a deadline.
2 years. No. 1 year and a half.
And a half. Okay, 1 year and a half. This, when this will be? Let's put a date. Calculate. This will be 2023. 2023.
Like in May?
May 2023.
Yes.
1 May, to be more exact, 1 May. So we have a deadline. Are you feeling this?
Yes.
Okay. And the nice thing about this kind of planning, you can reevaluate all this and make a smaller plan. For example, for 3 months or half a year, and also achieve, like in half a year I want to be like this, and make these goals to be easier for achieving. And this will help you, motivate you, and focus. Some guys, and even myself, I wanted to progress in different parts, like to be a developer, to be a designer, to be also in this field. You cannot do it everything. You need to have one field, and this field to be good. Maybe sports, maybe programming, maybe I don't know, other things, but you need to be very good in one field and make these fields. I'm sure you said you want to be in sport, to practice sport. This is important for you. You will do it, but you are not obligated to write it down, because it will be too much. Your brain will think, oh, it's too much, it's not working, I'm not succeeding, let's annulate, let's close it. So no. You focus on one field, and but you are not stopping doing other things. only you're not writing. You're writing the most important part on this, and you are focusing on that. Okay, this is on how you define your objective, your OKRs. I hope it will be easy for you to do it, and I wish you all, even who are watching, to define it and share with us what you write it, and maybe we will guide you, and also you will take an will be an engagement, a responsibility. You will be more responsible to complete it. Okay, wish you success. God help you in achieving your goals.